Hello, welcome to Cardminds. Thank you for stopping by. This is going to be a Scorpio weekly money and career reading from June 16th to the 22nd, 2025. Scorpios, welcome, welcome. Let's see what messages we have for this upcoming week. Scorpios weekly money and career, June 16th to the 22nd, 2025. Thank you for being here. I hope you are well. Be on the lookout, on the hear out for the magic word if you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading. All you have to do is put the magic word down below in the comment section and be subscribed. I will pull one name and announce it at the end of the month of June. So grab your best headphones, earbuds for a better sound, and let's get started. I'm going to pull one oracle card, see what the root of the matter is, what we need to know for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What do we need to know? What is this message? Scorpios, you're aggravated. You're aggravated. That's all I can say. Aggravated, but don't worry. You have the support of people surrounding you, your teammates, your work, your co-workers, or even your family. They have your back, and they're really there for you. So if you get aggravated along the way, or feel that things are not going exactly the way you want, or the people don't quite understand you, or that, you know, the laundry list of Scorpios, I think that it's almost like you're putting all the work in. You know what you've done. You know what your value is, and you do feel sometimes that there's a certain ill respect, or a lack of respect on a way of working, or other people show up, or how other people work. And because Scorpio has a very strong work ethic and a very powerful way of working, in other words, there's loyalty, there's commitment, there's high expectations. Scorpio raises the bar and pushes. Now, is it all perfect? No, because sometimes Scorpio gets overwhelmed and also expects certain things from others, and expects others to see it and to sort of praise them and put them on a pedestal. And again, not negative. It's just a lot for Scorpio in the way they show up in their job, in their commitment. And sometimes there's an unbalance there. And sometimes there can be a frustration, like, what? They didn't see me, or they didn't perceive me that way, or they didn't see how much time and hard work I put in there. They didn't see that I'm very, I show up every time. Right? They didn't see that. Okay, so we have Nine of Swords, stressed. Okay, let's see what's going on, Scorpios. What is going on here? But it feels like it's not something very, it's not that it's not important, but it's not something to write home about. I don't think so, but, here we have the Tower. Okay, so you're recognizing something. There's an awakening there. And we have the Empress. Nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. The Tower is recognizing something. Recognizing that things maybe were stagnant. And things were not, sort of stuck. And maybe you were stuck. Or maybe you feel that you've been in the same pattern for a while. That is possible, because there's a sudden awareness there, and this is you with the Empress suddenly with the Tower having the ability, or understanding to leave space or to accept, to be resilient for others and others' feelings and others' perspectives, others' way of, not other ways, but others' ways of working, others' ways of perceiving things, ideas, and allowing that to be without judgment, if that makes sense, right? Because if you allow every other person or dynamic or energy or connection that is not the way you perceive it to bog you down or to trigger you or to annoy you, that's a lot of effort. That's a lot of energy spent on things that you really don't have much control in. And you know that within your space, there'll be a bunch of people that don't think like you and that won't see things like you, and maybe won't show up the way you show up, or maybe won't be as committed as you are or as loyal. There you go. There's that disappointment, but you're still in control. You're resourceful. You got this with the Strength card. You know you're in control. But the Empress is really like understanding that with you understanding the sudden awareness here with the Tower, like breaking down patterns, thinking patterns, and the way you receive things, the way you see people working, or the way you receive, you know, what people say to you, the conversations, the way you perceive them, the way you analyze them, but also the way you receive the energy, because you are so receptive, analytical, and you're a water sign. So there's a lot of emotion there. And because you perceive everything and feel everything, it's hard sometimes not to leave space to other people that don't think like you. And it's not that you don't leave them space, but to not let that overwhelm you or touch you to the point where you get this aggravation and this frustration. So this is really you moving into a more secure and comforting emotional space. And it's really an invitation to return to what soothes you, to what soothes your heart, to what makes you happy, to what brings you comfort. Whatever it is, creativity, music, nature, your family, love, affection, right? Or time spent with your loved ones. That's what you're nurturing. And that's your sudden awareness of understanding that that's what's most important right now. To nurture and put yourself in that space that makes you happy. So whatever this is, this sudden shift, this sudden thing that, shakes things up, is certainly putting you, we'll see what it is, it's putting you in a new dynamic, knowing that you come first for you, and that you want to take care of yourself, and you want to do do things that make you happy and connect with your loved ones, and be creative, and just take care of yourself instead of getting frustrated or angry or annoyed at people that take up a lot of space in your life just because, or in your emotional life, you know what I mean, Scorpios, just because they don't act or work or think or perceive the same way you do. Does that make sense? All right, that's a long message. So here we go. So you're freaked out, but that's okay. That's okay. You're moving into something. You're taking care of you. And maybe you're entering a more creative space, a more creative energy, understanding that you know, that's what's going to take you into a new energy, or at least take you out of the annoyance, right? Yes, that's exciting. Seeing friends, celebrating with friends, with family, doing something that makes you happy. Comment down below. This is a moment of emotional connection with yourself and your creativity, your ideas. There's the moon, navigating uncertainty. And you know what I really think? I'm feeling that this is, am I taking all these? Okay. This can be an argument that you have, or just a perception that the people you've been working with, or you worked on the past project, or been working in your job or in your business, or the people around you that you were with in your program, in your school, whatever. The difficulties that you have to connect sort of take all the space, where just now it's just you taking care of yourself and enjoying life. More confident, there we go. Can be an Aries, Leo, Sag around you, offering you an opportunity. There's possibility, there's finances there, there's a new ambition stemming, there's something new coming in that's exciting, a new job, a new offer, or finances coming in. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but you're resourceful. This is something you'll want to handle. And here we have the Lovers, exactly what I've been thinking since the beginning. This is about you and who you want to be in this world, and what your truth is all about. What is it all about? What is it that you want to be in this world? What is your purpose? Because if people frustrate you for their way of being, or their way of thinking, or showing up, whatever, right? Then it's just the choice of who you want to associate with yourself, right? It's not just a decision. It's a sort of a declaration of who you choose to become. It's your decision to be consistent with your values and making that conscious choice with your inner alignment, right? With your value and your action, and that both are in harmony. That's the choice here. And the Lovers is about respect. It's all about respect, respecting others, but also respecting yourself. That meaningful choice, that authentic relationship, or those authentic connections that you have. So your choices can allow you to live in harmony with your true self. It really speaks on the importance of that, making that choice that aligns with your personal values, your truth, your integrity. And there we go. Full circle. If those people are not part of that, or you don't perceive them that way, or they make you uncomfortable or annoyed, then this is about you making a decision that really, really resonates deeply with your soul, to help you live in harmony with yourself. It's a deep, deep sense of unity here, shared understanding, with mutual respect with other people. And whatever this decision is, to work with other people, or disengage, or prioritize yourself and focus on nurturing yourself, rather than focusing on what others are doing or not doing, the way they should or should not be. This is about your core values and nurturing connections that are grounded in trust and love, and that makes sense to you. There's this impulsiveness, this impatience, but you're planning, you're preparing, there's money coming in, you're confident, you're finding solutions, and whatever you're planning on, whatever you're working on, there's something you're working on that's going to progress forward with the Knight of Swords. Let's see what this is all about with the Three of Wands. But you're all about integrity, all about truth. Now, sometimes, you know, you have to see beyond what's going on. And sometimes you have to nurture yourself and reevaluate yourself before you evaluate others. And that's one sign of Scorpio that sometimes is difficult, because you give so much, and there's such a strong work ethic but you also are very, very hard on yourself as well. You're just as hard on yourself than you are on others. But it's important to live your life and take care of yourself. And that will allow you to be more comfortable and live in harmony, in energies that will not trigger you. It's not going to be important for you at one point. It's not going to be essential for you. As long as you are in a job, in a position, or trying to get a job, or trying to get a position, or in your business, or whatever, that you connect with, it doesn't matter what other people think. It doesn't matter. What's the point? All right, let's see what the Two of Wands is all about. Yes, there you go, finding stability. This is the moment where if you have to make decisions or calm your energies after the aggravations, you realize that you come first, and that you have to treat yourself kindly and put yourself in a position where you can create, you can be abundant, you can be happy, you can connect with other people in a very calm and balanced way. It's the decision also to just purge all of these energies that you have. Yes, the ego here. We have the Two of Swords. So this tells me that you have had to make a choice, or you have been stuck in your ego, in conflicts. These cards are so sticky. Something that you've been waiting for, and here we have this new beginning. So there's something starting here. There's an association here, or starting on a new project, new job, something exciting, something passionate for you that you've been waiting for, probably that you've been working on, planning at least, or trying to get. If there are interviews, you do have the Two of Wands, which tells me that you have been working on this, but there's a lot of competition. There's a lot of ego there. You have to open up, and you have to stop thinking that, you know, those energies of other people, the way they work, or their personalities, or their ideals, or whatever, are important for you. They're not. Unless it's something that clearly you're connected with and you can't do your job without them. But even that, you really have to put aside emotions. Stick to the facts. Stick to the facts. And that way you can make your choices without even thinking twice. It's all try to make a decision or analyze the situation. If you're feeling overwhelmed and angry or annoyed, if it's just annoyed, try to see the situation without emotion. Take all the emotions away. What you feel about people, how you think they spoke to you, what it made you feel, how they should have done things, and why did they say that. All that, put that away, throw it away, and just come to the bare essence of the fact of what is, what you need to know within this situation. Is there even a fact, or is it just their personality that's annoying you? Because if it's just that, that's not going to change. But if there's something that you need to know, that someone needs to answer on as a fact, then that's the unique thing you should be focusing on. 10 of Pentacles, there's money there. You're leading the way. You're proud. Don't be too cocky, right? Don't be too proud, right? Just do your job. There you go. You're excellent at what you do. You have your day-to-day routine. You're very good at what you do. There's money coming in. You're very proud. You'll be rewarded, but you have to adapt. You have to adapt. We have the nostalgia from the past, the Six of Cups, what it was in the past, the people you worked with. Maybe you have nostalgia of that team, the way it was organized, the dynamic, the way it was managed, the way your job was before, whatever it is, right? But it's here you are with the Queen of Swords, addressing the fact, addressing the truth, but there's no emotion. The Queen, there are a lot of queens here, right? It's King of Wands, but there's Queen of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. So it feels like there's a lot of people around you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sag. There's a lot of people involved in this company or in this business or in this job, right? Or in this team. But there we have the Queen of Swords. She doesn't take BS, but she is the most emotionless queen of the pack. In other words, she's very dry, very not very warm and fuzzy, that's for sure. She sticks to the facts and doesn't like to talk about BS, and she just wants integrity and honesty and truth, and that's all. We don't have to waste our time on emotions and what people's feelings are. And sometimes it helps to sort of extricate ourselves from, the gossip and who said what and how they made me feel and why did they say it that way? I didn't like the way they spoke to me, and all that. And yes, of course it's important. No one's saying it's not important. But when you have to make a decision, or when you're becoming angry or frustrated and it's sort of building up, what's the point? If it's a business, to the facts. You don't have to be best friends. You don't have to get along. You don't have to have the same ideas. But you have to come together to work together and work in a good dynamic. And if both of you or all of you, if it's more than one person, are very good at what you do, come together in commitment and understand your each and every one of you, your value, and you're committed to the job. And if everybody just commits to their job in really doing it well, and not thinking ego and competition constantly. Of course, if this is for interviews, go for it, right? If this is to compete to get a promotion, go for it. If this is to shine light on the huge effort you've done and the job you've done and the time you've spent on a job, and you feel like no one saw it and there's a problem there, obviously. But if it's just about who said what and whose personality you can't stand, then, it's a waste of time. Just nurture yourself, take care of yourself, make yourself happy, go do things that make you happy, go into nature, take a break, a little weekend or a vacation, see the people you love, do the things you love that make you happy, and that's the most important right now. All right, let's see what the if there's one last message for the road. Scorpios, weekly, money and career, June 6th to the 22nd, 2025. Remember that if you are interested in a tarot reading, we do tarot readings every Sunday at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. By becoming members, that gives you access to a tarot reading. As long as you're a member, you can get a tarot reading every Sunday, and you can cancel anytime. Also, Comment down below, Scorpios. These are collective readings, collective energies, and this is a community that comes together to empower one another, find clarity, find inspiration, find answers, manifest, whatever it is for you. Comment down below. Share your journey. Share where you are. That is how we move forward on this channel, and that is how I can continue to deliver these weekly messages. So comment, share, and if you don't wish to do that, just put a heart down below, or just put the magic word if that's something you wish to do or you can do, and at the same time you'll put your name in the hat for a free reading. All right, there's another person there. So lots of people here. There's an opportunity there, and there's money there, and there's a lot of people. And I feel like there's people around you, there's people you work with, maybe it's multiple jobs, maybe it's multiple people, and maybe it's a moment where you feel like you're tired and now it's time to think of yourself. Again, the work. There we go. Hard work on this opportunity. Let's see. Moving out, okay, going into softer waters, smoother waters, calmer waters. Lots of people going on. Maybe that's, you know, Scorpio, look at this, my goodness. King of Swords, Queen of Swords, King of Wands, Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Knight of Cups. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Follow your passion. Follow your heart. Make decisions regarding you, not about others, regarding you. Put yourself first. You are moving forward in a new project. This is your passion. This is what you want. Push forward. Make yourself happy, Scorpio. Make yourself happy. I hope you enjoyed this reading as much as I did. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to each and every one for sharing your journeys, for sharing your energies. Please share down below. Thank you. Gratitude to each and every one for sharing. I want to say that the magic word is make yourself happy, or I will make myself happy. I will make myself happy will be the magic word to put down below. If you're interested in putting your name in the hat for a free reading, all you have to do is I will make myself happy down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to be subscribed. Have a great week, Scorpios. Take care. Bye-bye.